Paul Rusesabagina and his lawyer had asked the court for 6 months to prepare their dossier, claiming its size requires that much time, something the judges did not agree with because he has had it for 4 months, and the law stipulates that 30 days should be enough time for a defendant to properly analyze their dossier, something all other defendants in the group have done. He also cited the fact that no foreign lawyers have been allowed to come and represent him, calling it another of his many objections, which the court pointed out has been overruled because the Rwanda Bar Association resolved this, stressing that for Belgian lawyers to represent him here in Rwanda, Belgium's Bar Association would first have to allow Rwandan lawyers to practice in that country, which it has refused to do. In protest of the court's decision that was reached after 2 hours of deliberations, Rusesabagina announced that he would no longer participate in the trial. The court's proceedings continued nevertheless, with another defendant, Calixte Nsabimana, taking the stand to answer for the 8 remaining charges against him, after previously addressing the others and pleading guilty. For these 2, he pleaded guilty, asking for forgiveness, and when pressed by judges to explain how they were committed, he stated that the denial and negation of the genocide against Tutsis and the terrorism activities he had been engaged in were done through the FLN group, though efforts were made to frame the government of Rwanda so that he and his associates were not arrested by Interpol. He also admitted to fundraising for the FLN group, that is part of the MRCD coalition that was at the time headed by Paul Rusesabagina, saying he raised up to $1 million for its terrorist activities from Rwandans living abroad in certain countries. He named people like Apollinaire Nsengiyumva, a businessman living in Zambia, Jean-Paul Karinijabo, the former Secretary General of the MRCD coalition, and Eric Munyemana, its former treasurer, as having actively participated in fundraisers in Belgium, the US, Australia, and a number of African countries. Nsabimana also admitted to using forged documents to get around, carrying a passport from Lesotho and calling himself Joseph Kabera, claiming to have been born in the DRC. The court proceedings will resume on the 24th and 25th of this month of March.